Martin Malone is joining us from Zurich International here on the Isle of Man, and this is something I've asked you to talk about, Martin, because I see from time to time, and it's the number one subject, I think, of anyone over a certain age, or it should be anyway, pensions. You deal with that here at Zurich in the Isle of Man, and we can come to that side, but I have to say, you're not a financial advisor, you can't deal with the public or anything like that. I've asked you here to just answer those general questions, and that's what you can do, isn't it?
Yeah, correct.
Are we in a ticking time bomb still, that everyone we keep hearing that no one's saving enough, they're not doing enough for the future, blah, blah, blah?
Oh, absolutely, Paul. And this we're quite new to the local pension market on the Isle of Man. We entered the market last year following the pension legislation changes and the great work that the Isle of Man government did to introduce pension freedoms. And it became very clear to us very, very quickly that, like other parts of the world that we operate in, there is a real lack of education or even awareness of pensions, and it seems to be a subject that people want to talk about when they reach retirement, as opposed to thinking about it in their 20s and even in the 30s, which in some cases is too late. And it is, you're right.
Too late by the 30s?
Even then, yes, you need to be saving from when you enter the employment market, so even in your 20s. And it is, you're right, it's a ticking time bomb, because if you ask anybody on the street, are you saving enough for retirement, or do you know how much money you'll need to maintain a reasonable standard of living in retirement? The most common answer you'll get is, I don't know. And this is part of the problem.
People don't want to know. They almost like, I'm living for today.
Yes.
I'm on social media. I'm having big holidays. I'm doing all that sort of thing. Tomorrow will look after itself, which is fatal.
Yes, and quite often you find that people start thinking about it when it's too late, and the catch up is, you've got a long way to go to catch up on all those missed years of contributions. Because the old days of the final salary pension scheme, which paid out a percentage of your final salary based on how many years of employment are gone, and they've been replaced by defined contribution schemes or money purchase, where you're actually putting money in yourself, or your company is contributing to a pension pot. And this is the problem. People are not saving enough. And think about the Manx state pension, for example. That's going to provide probably about a third of your required income for the average household in retirement. So where's the other bit going to come from? You need to have a retirement pot built up, or have some property to sell, whatever it might be. But the problem is people are not thinking about it, and it's social pressures. It's life. Is the Isle of Man different from the UK? Because
you said you've gone into the market yourself as a company, providing a product. Then, but I mean, are we out of kilter at all, or are we on the same track as the UK is?
We're quite similar to the UK now, in that pension freedoms that were introduced last year allow more flexibility in retirement. So more flexibility with your retirement pot. So from the age of 55, you can now take a 40% tax-free cash lump sum, which is 10% increase from the old regime.
But should you take it?
Well,
tempting.
You can take it, but I suppose the question is, what do you do with that money when you take it? Do you have a particular reason for taking the 40% tax-free cash in terms of what you're going to do with it?
You don't go buy a sports car, for instance. You're not meant to.
Exactly. Well, it's really there for your retirement. So it could be used to pay off your mortgage, pay off some debts that you have, and then enter the drawdown phase where you're taking an income from your accumulated pot. And this is the critical point where people need to get professional financial advice. There's lots of things to consider. There's tax, there's family matters, there's estate planning in terms of the rest of your estate, money that you might have, in terms of who gets that, who benefits from your estate. I know we don't have inheritance tax on the Isle of Man, but these are all really important questions that the financial advisor will work through with you in terms of understanding how much money do you need in retirement.
The Isle of Man government has been doing a lot of pension roadshows. We've been covering that, and actually more interested there than I thought, because of the very nature of the fact that people think, but so is the Isle of Man on message to get this message out?
Yeah, I think the Isle of Man government are doing a fantastic job. It's a difficult task. You're trying to particularly engage the younger generation in pensions is a difficult thing, because we live for today, don't we? But some of the work they've done so far has been excellent, and for such a small nation like the Isle of Man, I think the government are really getting engaged with pensions, and they will continue to do so. And I'm hearing all the right messages coming out of government, and it's critically important for the Isle of Man, and particularly for our economy, that people take responsibility now for their own retirement and don't think about it in the future when it's too late. The strain on the Isle of Man in the future, if people don't save enough for retirement, it translates into health and everything. So pressures, stress, mental issues because you haven't got enough money to survive. All of these things affect our economy. So promoting pensions now is a really good thing.
So how young is the right age? I mean, seriously, from like 20 something? You can't be too young.
You can't be too young to start saving for retirement, and as much as £50 a month. Even,
so it's less. So it's less when you're younger, right? Than trying to play catch up when you're older.
And get into the habit of saving young. Like £2.50 a day over a month is £75, and that's what most people would spend on a coffee every day. So maybe push £50 of that into a pension for yourself, and start younger and build it up as you go through your work life and you're earning more money. You can start to increase the amount that you contribute. Does your company have a pension scheme? Are you allowed to contribute some money to it yourself? So, increase the amount of money that you're saving for retirement. Even companies need to think about offering more pensions to their employees. There's really tax efficient ways to do that now, as well as cost effective ways. So again, this is where the local financial advisors come into play. They're good at this.
I was going to say, don't pick up the phone and speak to Martin if you're just thinking for that. Yeah. You can't do that. You have to go. People have to go to financial advisors.
I can't sell direct to market, but the advisors can help you with that. And there's some. I work with them all, and I've been working with them for over 12 months now. And there's some really good advisors on the island, and put your trust in them. They know what they're doing. And what we want to try and do is avoid people in their 70s and 80s still having to work, which we've seen some stats in the UK last week. We've now got over 500,000 people in the UK over the age of 70 still in employment, and that number is increasing month on month. So let's try and avoid that in the Isle of Man and get people retiring at the right age so we can go on your cruises and have a nice retirement. And that's what we're trying to get to. And if we can engage with the younger people and get them to see the benefit of saving younger, we've won then. But I think it's an uphill battle, but Zurich are prepared to help with that on the Isle of Man and really raise awareness of pensions.